And now we're timing this one.
Yeah. Should I go?
Yeah.
First one disease, even if they win all their impact defense, all does mitigate the risk of extinction. We still have a 100% probability that absent a plan, we will face a huge epidemic like AIDS and black plague. This can kill millions of people. Our evidence cites TB and Chagas as two new epidemics right now, which are coming into the country due to immigrants. And TB collapses the economy. Thomas 09. TB tends to threaten the poorest and most marginalized group of the people, disrupts the social fabric of society, and slows or undermines gains in economic development. Overall, 98% of the 2 million annual TB deaths occur in developing countries. And cross-supply bearded from the one I see. Next, I'll go into the racism flow. We control uniqueness. Racism exists in the status quo. There's only a chance that the federal law stigmatizes immigrants. Only a reversal of federal policy can solve. It will send a signal throughout the population that we are no longer prosecuting this minority group. And they completely concede our extinction impact. Gaziri and Keegan indicate that ethnocentrism and racist hate cause motivations for genocide and international war. The survival of the planet depends on eliminating every instance of racial oppression. Next, go to the economy flow. One, none of their economy takeouts assume the collapse of the health sector. This is currently 60% of the U.S. economy and is on the brink. And they concede kind. This is just a major slowdown disrupts the world. 33% of the global economy is dependent on the United States, and they concede our AHRQ evidence. Even if we lose the economy, economy defense, hospitals close and undermine bioterror preparedness. All now that allows us to access all of our bioterrorism impacts. Next, go into the bioterror debate. First, they conceal a realist evidence. This answers back all their arguments why there's no risk to bioterrorism. There's been rapid biomedical progress. New technologies and new money invested into this field means that it is a high risk because terrorists now have access to this type of technology. Next, all their exaggerations claims don't assume our green evidence. When a specific part of the population does not have access to healthcare, this makes the country more vulnerable in the terrorist size, and it makes us more vulnerable to the effects of a bioterrorist attack. Finally, their retaliation arguments don't assume our core C evidence. This indicates that the amount of retaliation is based on the amount of people that die because of the terrorist attack. The more unhealthy people who don't have access to healthcare, the bigger the retaliation will be. Next, one of the state's counterplan debate. First, a few huge solvency deficits where they still have not articulated a good answer to. First, states cannot solve the healthcare problem in the status quo. States have already tried to give money to immigrants. However, in California and New York, state hospitals have already faced closures after trying to treat these immigrants. That's for taking consent. Additionally, they cannot solve our racism advantage. It will indicate that the mere existence of welfare reform acts perpetuates a national belief. We need the federal government to actually overturn this act to send the signal. Finally, even if they give info, they still cannot solve the chilling effect because immigrants are still going to be scared of deportation. They need a signal of federal support. Finally, they do not do enough work on theory. First, extend to EC1. The state's counterplan is purely a contrived debate tactic, which makes debate artificial. This destroys stats to literature base. And extend to EC2. They can see 2 points here. First, they pervert the state debate by distorting the literature, removing true solving. They corral the topic and making us debate about the same things every year. Their only good argument here is that they're core of the topic, but if there's no unitary decision maker who would ever have to make the distinction between state and federal government, it is anti-educational to learn about this. And they say that you need to earn egg with the blockout ways because of the 13-to-5 ratio. Next, go to the immigration debate. We will win our turn link faster than this. First, the immigrants have been coming into the country in the status quo and infecting us. The state hospitals have to give emergency care is collapsing our health sector, which destroys the economy. They read absolutely no brink to overpopulation. It's occurring in Asia and Africa right now, but immigrants aren't even coming in from there. Next, we're going to win on the link debate. Our link is way better. It cites studies that one, immigrant populations only come for label. This has been happening in service with immigrants. Additionally, immigrants are in southern states. There are high immigrant populations here where there are less social services and more job opportunities. Next, go on to the politics debate. First, you're going to have to prefer the credibility of our internal and cross-apply my analysis from the immigration DA and why we have such a quick time frame to economic collapse. Their time frame occurs on every other country ratifying the CTBT after the United States. Egypt said they're not going to ratify until there's peace in the Middle East, which means that there's a bigger chance for intervening actors. Additionally, there's no way that as long as we access faster internally to war, we access all the terms case. Additionally, we solve the root cause of war, which is genocide. Cross-apply that from the case flow. Now, there's a few reasons why their impact attack is so improbable. First, they concede that the plan happens before because the vote isn't going to occur to the year. Next, go to the uniqueness debate. Our winner evidence is predicted. When a 2/3 majority is necessary for treaties, any minority can kill the vote. We have empirical evidence that there are not enough votes on the Republican. And on the link debate, the most powerful lobby supporting social service to immigrants, the Republican Party is not going to be unpopular because they don't want to lose support to the Democrats.